The mystery of Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance has enticed the American public's attention for half a century, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation has conducted numerous investigations to learn the truth about his mysterious disappearance. But what have these investigations revealed? Number 3. Michigan-based leads. To start with, Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance in 1975 started an early theory about his whereabouts thousands of miles away on the West Coast as the search for him began in Michigan. Conspiracies about the Jimmy Hoffa case sprang up that Hoffa had been killed and buried in the foundation of a nearby poker club and restaurant when rumors surfaced that he had been involved in illegal negotiations with a Gardena businessman. Until magazine publisher Larry Flynt bought the property, it had been a local legend for decades. Larry Flynt had the property excavated and reopened as a casino in 2000. That early lead remained the most plausible one at the time. Jimmy Hoffa's wife, Josephine Hoffa, stated at the time, "People are so scared, they're afraid to talk." A mob hitman finally confessed and provided new information about Jimmy Hoffa's investigation in 1982, when he was presumed dead. Who was this mobster? And what exactly did he tell on? We'll discuss that later, so stay tuned. Also, the Jimmy Hoffa investigation leads are prevalent in Michigan, where he was last seen. It may be no surprise to you that Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance has been the subject of a slew of tips, leads, and rumors relating to the state over the years. While the most recent one occurred in 2013, this was not the investigators' first or fifth time searching for Hoffa in Michigan. Although it is presumptuous to mark the entire Wolverine state as Hoffa's burial location, several spots have already been thoroughly inspected. A Jimmy Hoffa investigation in 2003 led to the discovery of a briefcase believed to have contained the medical syringe and pharmaceutical material used to kill the former Teamsters leader in Hampton's Thumb neighborhood. However, dirt was all that could be found in the search. This channel, on the other hand, provides you with results from our content. Exciting and relevant stories for you. So press that subscribe button and get access to them. Moving on, federal investigators were back in the Jimmy Hoffa case a year later when they raided the suburban Detroit home of one of Hoffa's former friends, Frank Sheeran, who had previously owned the house. Sheeran claimed responsibility for his former Teamsters boss's death.
"You were the shooter." "Yes, I am."
Said he committed the crime in his Bloomfield, New Jersey, home after the two men fought. Medical examiners determined that the blood traces found by search teams inside the house were not from the victim. Speaking of New Jersey, the Giants fans are in for a mind-blowing revelation about Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance. Make sure you don't miss out on that. Furthermore, the FBI received another Michigan-based tip just 10 months before the July 2013 Jimmy Hoffa investigation that Hoffa had been buried beneath a backyard shed in Rosedale.
Could Jimmy Hoffa be buried here? Police say they plan to take soil samples from the driveway. If evidence of human remains is found, they will tear up the concrete. Jimmy Hoffa went missing in 1975. There have been numerous searches over the years for the Teamsters boss. One man who lived in this home here in the 70s says he is shocked by the thought that Hoffa could be buried here.
They decided to drill for soil samples after performing a sonar scan of the area and finding anomalies. Once more, no traces of Hoffa's remains were discovered. However, many still believe that the remains of Hoffa lie in New Jersey or Michigan. Over 200 FBI agents have been assigned to the Jimmy Hoffa case in the past 38 years, mostly in Michigan and New Jersey. Number 2. The 1982 Charles Allen confession. Given his affiliations with the mob, which later turned sour, many believe that Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance was an assassination by the mob. It was no surprise when in 1982, a mob hitman, Charles Allen, claimed that he had the inside scoop on what happened to the former Teamsters leader. Allen told a U.S. Senate committee looking into Anthony Provenzano and other organized crime leaders that Hoffa had been shot and killed soon after he went missing. His body was then ground up, put in a steel drum, and taken to Florida, where it was dumped in a swamp without any ceremony. Allen went into the witness protection program soon after he testified, but that didn't stop him from talking to reporters about his claim. On the other hand, the federal government was skeptical because Allen had a hard time being believed and was eager to sell his shady story to the highest bidder. Jimmy Hoffa was officially ruled dead the same year Allen testified before Congress. Do you think Charles Allen conned the FBI? Comment and share your thoughts about that. Number 1. The old Giant Stadium lead. Meanwhile, the most common urban legend about the Jimmy Hoffa case is that he was buried under a football stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, popularly known as the Giant Stadium. Let's Go, G-Men. Go Big Blue. Playboy magazine, in 1989, interviewed a mob hit man, Donald Tony the Greek Francos, brought up the idea for the first time. Francos, an informant who turned state's witness, said he didn't have anything to do with the former Teamster leader's murder. He said he had been told that 2 other Jersey hitmen killed, cut up, and buried Hoffa's body under one of the stadium's end zones. Federal officials and Hoffa's family had doubts about Franco's story, but that didn't stop the public from being interested in it. Supporters of the theory pointed out that Hoffa did go missing while the complex was being built, and that his last known public meeting was with alleged New Jersey crime boss Anthony Tony Pro Provenzano, who Franco said had ordered the hit on Hoffa. In 2010, the Giant Stadium theory was put to rest when the building was torn down to create space for a new sports complex. It's been 50 years, and a slew of new leads and theories have emerged in the Jimmy Hoffa case. Even though no concrete evidence has been found, the Jimmy Hoffa investigation continues because there is no obvious reason for burying the leads. Among many, 3 of the most popular leaders have been revealed here today. If this video was informative for you, we suggest you watch our next video on what exactly has been found in Jimmy Hoffa's investigation. Thanks for watching. We will see you soon in the following video.